Hello, folks, and welcome to an episode of Minecraft the Hard Way. I'm KirinDave, and there's been a lot that's been happening recently at the magical farmhouse, the compound of evil. I don't know, it depends on whose side you're on. But certainly, there's some other footage I want to show you. Very well. I believe we have the components required for this. Let us head over and prepare the area before things get too dark. So we must prepare the circle a little, we must refine it further. Fine by me, as I believe you will see that we do need to do some preparation for other things in the future. For this, we're going to need an 11 by 11, which is the smaller of the two. We've been working with larger ones. These are the 13 by 13s. So an 11 by 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, one in. Another line of chalk must be drawn. Here, I believe, we have another Infernal chalk. Let's use this one that's almost broken, though. Unfortunately, I haven't found a good way to repair these yet. Okay, so 2, 3, 2, 3. So that's 5. And as I suspected, 2. We're going to have to move this altar. That's fine, though. We can move it just outside. It doesn't have to be too bad. Give me just a moment to finish this. Very well, friends. The circle is prepared. One more mere moment. Let us borrow the item graspers, 5 of them, from our existing circle back at home, our neutral magic circle. We'll use these simply to make the ritual more reliable. They should be quick and easy, and then we can place them back here once we're done. Foolish antics. Ugh, why couldn't they have left well enough alone? I tried to be tolerant of their antics, of their foolish ways, of their lack of respect for their neighbors, even at a basic level. And so we come to this. We come to me taking the first step in casting them into the abyss of madness. So, the ritual components for this. Sugar, and then we need a poisonous potato. And we need one of the tag blocks. We'll start with BebopVox. And then we will almost certainly need this brew of the grotesque, the final component. Nope, and like so. These 5 components make up the ritual. However, there is one other thing that must be at play, something that is troublesome for us, but we will have to deal with. Specifically, we will be using a storm. Now, Bebop's in creative mode. So I'm hoping that we can step out with him. Let's just wait a minute and see if we can catch him in survival, because I don't think that these curses will take when they're in creative. Very well, the time has come. But we have to be swift because Ridge Dog will banish the rain. So I've moved this here. Let's do it. Oh, there we go. All right. As you can see, he banished the rain pretty fast, but I believe we got it off in time. Let's do this again. This time for Parvis. We might relent and uncurse Parvis, if he asks nicely. Let's now do Parvis. Okay, and so we need is a tag lock of Parvis in there. I believe that's what's in there now. Let's just make sure. AC Parvis. Let's make sure that we have the sufficient altar power. We do. And curse. There we go. Sufficient power. Poof. A lot of things have changed. Specifically, you'll notice I'm wearing some different robes. I'm carrying something funny. There's several nexuses over here. I have been doing lots of stuff on streams as opposed to that as an experiment. And I would love to hear advice from anyone here about you and your experiences with that. But first, I would like to talk a little bit about what we've done and what we've changed and how those things have changed. I would like to at least note that look at how fast I'm moving. Look at how fast I'm even gliding. This is another set of armor that I made and I infused up. I've also achieved, through arduous training, 100% lightning affinity. What that means now is that, let's see if I can find a test subject out here. We'll probably find just some poor innocent creature, but it'll be fine. I'm sure that it'll be fine. Here, pig. You are delicious, pig. And he became a zombie pig man. He's fine. It's great. We're going to come back to him later, I think, because he's got some interesting things for us. Pigman, you stay here. When I punch things, I make lightning. And that lightning can actually do a fair amount of damage. This is one of the many affinity effects. The fact that I'm so fast is also part of that. I can go faster even. I think I've set a land speed record. But to be honest, I'm so fast I can barely move around the farmhouse. If anything, I need to slow down. In the meantime, I've also been working hard on unlocking lots and lots of silver spells at the same time. So I nearly have a total unlock of Ars Magica complete, and we'll be moving forward with that even further soon. What I've also done is worked hard on several little things, including the creation of Necromancer's robes. So these are up. These are Necromancer's robes and a new witch's hat, and some mage robes that I made. And these have all been infused up to the max level with the infusion system that you've seen me use before. Let me just go ahead and put some stuff away here so I have a little bit of room. Sue and I have summoned several more demons, and I have many demon hearts now. In fact, I have 12 or 13. I also managed to summon an imp, but it bugged out and left, so we're going to summon another imp today and see if we can bring him home safely, because we would like to do an imp, because I've gotten a bunch of magic from this. I made a mystic branch, which was just a lot of work in Witchery. You make a, it is a infusion type thing that basically turns it in, and what you can do is use it to cast spells using your infusion power. So I have my infusion of light, and if I look here, for example, I could use, let's see, open a locked door, create water. What's a good example? How about Lumos? There's several of these. Lumos, down, 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 right. Check out this really cool spellcasting system. Down, 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 right. Lumos. And I can just hurl that right there. It won't show up there, though. Down, 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 right. Let's pick a block that it can actually target. And it makes a little glow globe. It's really, really cool. It uses infusion power to cast, and there's several effects. One of the effects I learned from working with my imp, and I'll show you how I did this in a minute, is a forbidden spell, Carnosa Diem, the Fleshy Feast. What this does is this takes some of my life away, and it feeds me back infusion power. So if we look here, we'll see it says right, right, up, down, down. It's a pretty easy pattern to memorize. Right, right, up, down, down. So kind of a little right-hand Tetris piece. That hurts me and restore some of my infusion power. You can see. But if I wear my life ward, you can see that the life ward actually is what gets taken first and feeds it. So it's effectively free to cast so long as I don't cast it too often, and results in pretty good results. In the meantime, though, we're going to need to summon another imp. I've moved almost everything into my system, and we have a fair amount of stuff here. Let's pull out some clay jars, and we need to make a little bit of demonic blood, which involves taking a demon heart and pulling it out of the system along with a whiff of diamond, or a diamond vapor. So you can see we have lots of demon hearts. Let's pull one of those up, and I got those. I'll show in a minute how I got those, but we also need a diamond vapor. And let's just go ahead and toss those into our system, like so. And that should be plenty for us to get the things out we need. And then we're going to go about summoning an imp. And there's some demonic blood. Now, imps are a little bit different from demons. Demons you can at least reason with, sometimes. But imps, unless you provide structure for them, unless you provide context for them, they're simply too malicious. But they can't help but follow orders if you know how to give them. Why don't we figure out how to give them the orders? We'll start by looking at what we need. We need a demonic contract. And we're going to use this to actually summon the imp. So let's go and send that in. We're missing a raw pork chop. Ah, yes, this is a little bit of a trick. We need a little bit of rotten flesh and some mutandis, which itself is fine. Pretty easy. We'll create that and toss it back in the system. Since it's witchery, it'll get put into an appropriate chest. And then we'll just go ahead and make one of these, like so. Now, this demonic contract needs to be signed in blood, specifically our blood. I may have a tag lock of myself kicking around in here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. To sign it with our blood, we just have to craft it with one of these. And there we go. We have a demonic contract. Now, that and an attuned stone, which we can actually auto-craft now, and I guess an ender pearl, are all we really need to summon the imp. So let's hop back over. Now, my mistake before, when I summoned my first imp, was to try and move the imp here. So he hung out here for a while, and then he vanished because he got too far away from where he needed to go. So we're going to leave the imp over where I summon him, which is through this portal. Right? As you can see, demon battles have had a pretty deep toll on this. Whoa. Okay, let's just get out of there. There we go. Now, of course, we are going to remain armed in case the imp tries to get a little bit fresh with us, but should be fine as long as we quickly present ourselves with the contract. Oh, but wait, imps have to feed. They don't feed on. Well, they don't feed on meat, although they will happily gorge themselves. What they feed on instead is your experience, your memory itself. They're pretty foul creatures. So what we need to do is give ourselves enough experience. I should just be able to stand underneath my experience fountain. There's so many levels in here. I believe we only need 25 levels to be counted as a valid thing. Oh, yes. We have to break this for a moment. Let's go ahead and put that back. We have 25 levels. That should be sufficient to feed the imp. Let's go ahead and summon it and then bind it to ourselves. Now, the reason that we want imps and not just demons. Demons, you can trade with them for their hearts or kill them for their hearts, although the drop rate's not great. But what you can also do, there's not much else you can do, but imps can do so much more. They're intelligent, they're clever, they're fast. And because of that, there we go, they can teach you things. Here comes the imp, and he's aggressive. Although, there we go, we have a deal. Labor Montolbulus. Okay, well, oh, there's a tiny little spider here. Thanks, man! You're awesome, imp! Holy smokes. Can I heal him? I wonder if I can heal him. I know a healing spell over here. Not stupefy. Let's not make an enemy of our brand new friend. Let's see. Minor healing. Right, up, left, down, right. Right, up, left, down, right. Oh, it's tricky. Right, up, left, down, right. And most of the spells, by the way, have this sort of flavor. Oh, he's already healed. Never mind. Oh, well, his natural regeneration worked out. But if we talk to him a few times, he is interested in all sorts of things. If we were, for example, offer him, I don't know, what if we offered him some dirt? Hey, buddy, would you like some dirt? He likes just shiny things, huh? Well, shiny things are something we have in no short supply. So let's go ahead and grab, I don't know, a stack of diamonds, and let's see what he feels about this. Now, by offering them shiny things, as they say, you sort of teach them all sorts of interesting things, and they'll teach you interesting things. And that's sort of what the goal we're going for here. We've already learned one forbidden magical spell. We'd like to learn more. So let's just give him... Oh, no. He has a secret to share. What did he share? A soul of a hunger demon. Now, I think they always give you that one first. And I've already had this soul because I've learned how to do that spell. So we're going to hold on to this for now. And maybe give this to Sue so that she can progress in witchcraft as well. Now, if I try to offer him shinies again, he's not really into it. He has a cooldown. So we'll have to wait a little bit and possibly chunk load this area so that he will become back. But anyways, he's not going to leave the circle. And in fact, will fight for us. So if we summon a demon, he'll actually give us a hand, which is helpful. In the future, though, we'll have to make sure not to summon a demon in such a way that there's a problem. All right, let's go through. And let's just go ahead and put this away. So we're basically embracing our demonic nature. And part of that demonic nature as a practitioner of magic is to change our infusion. Now, this Ghost of the Light thing is kind of cool, but to be honest, it's sort of not compatible with all the other things we want to do. You have to wear very specific armor for it to work, and you know, so like for those of you who forget, because I don't really have cause to use it very often, there's a bunch of minor effects. Let me see if I can pull up a witch's hand. Do I have a witch's hand in any of these bags? I'm sure it's around here somewhere. There we go. I don't have a witch's hand in any of my bags, which shows you how often I use this. Yeah, and let's go ahead and toss this in there. You may recall that with the witch's hand, I can not only turn invisible by holding down, but it doesn't really work with all my armor, and you also kind of flicker in and out, which is no good. If you right-click the ground, you can make walls of solid force, which you can walk through, but nobody else can. Honestly, it's a neat trick, but not the most useful. So we're going to change that up. For us to change that up, I was looking through, and I think the appropriate thing for us to do is to take on the Infernal Animus, one of the most advanced infusions. So if we go ahead and take a look, I think it's here? Yeah. Not Spirit of Otherwhere, which is another very useful one, but Infernal Animus. This is one of the most poorly understood ones. For that, we need Infernal Animus, which I think we may just have everything we need for on hand. Let's see, we need the Infernal Animus. We need Refined Evil, a Blaze Rod, a Voodoo Poppet, Potions of Instant Damage, Demon Heart, and Redstone Soup. Well, how are we doing on potions in here? We may need to go ahead and make that. So let's just go ahead and check what we've got. Right. Infernal Animus, here we come. Let's go ahead and make this. So first we just want to recheck our recipe. We want a Demon Heart and Redstone Soup. And we get that requested right in. So Demon Heart. We want Redstone Soup. Get that in there. We want a Potion of Instant Damage and Refined Evil. Instant Damage, just to make sure that's right. Instant Damage 2. And Refined Evil. Finally, we want a Voodoo Poppet, which is unbound. So, not bound Voodoo Poppet. And a Blaze Rod. Not Blaze Essence, Blaze Rod. Whew! Almost made a mistake. And 3 bottles should go in. Or just 2, I guess. We may get lucky and get a second infusion brew. And it looks like the brew is complete and sputtering properly. We definitely have 2. Excellent. A backup infusion in case something goes wrong. That's fantastic. We'll put you in there right now. All right. Now, what's fortunate about this ritual in particular is that it's pretty much straightforward. All we have to do is unknown right. Do we have to do it at night? Probably have to do it at night, as per usual. And remember that infusions is easy to forget. You must stand in the circle. Oh, I have to do this in a 7x7, 11x11 demonic circle. Interesting. Well, I guess we have a demonic circle over here that we could finish up. So let's use this one. It's raining. Well, wait a second. Hey, buddy. Let's use a little bit of a spell. So we have. I don't have a spell yet in Ars Magica to cancel the rain. It'd be simple to make, but I think I remember this charm, which uses quite a bit of infusion power, but stops the rain. Meteorologic's Recanto. Give it a moment. It's a little bit more gentle than the Ars version. Let's prepare the circle properly this time. I should know this by now. 1, 1, 2, 3, and the final glyph. Right. Now, should be a trivial matter for us to place down these graspers and perform a ritual.